And we're live. Hi, everybody. You know, all 5 of us.
Phalanges.
But, for now. Phalanges. Spirit phalanges. um, which, don't wave your toes in front of the camera, because that is against TOS, apparently. But hey, welcome back. We're back with some Morphs in the Swamp, Season 3, Episode 2. Ollie is back, and with that means we're just going to start going around and talking about our characters and who we're playing, and most importantly, the question of the evening, which is, since Pokemon Red and Blue just came out, who is your team? Who is your character's team in Red and Blue? And Ollie is first up to go.
All right, this is pretty easy for me. First of all, Charizard, my boy. Second off, Rhydon. uh, Got to take the big boy. I love him. Hitmonlee, the better of the Hitmon. Uh, Kabutops, rock and water. Let's go. Fuck Lapras. Love Lapras. Uh, Alakazam, I need the psychic. And then Gengar, because I love a good round boy. I would have gone with Snorlax, but I need a little ghost and poison, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I probably would have played a Nuzlocke, because Javier's a fucking weirdo, lost Charizard, and replaced him with Arcanine.
Fair.
Sorry, go ahead.
My dude inventing the
So-
Nuzlocke 20 years early. I love it.
Right? It's like Nuzlocks. What are those? Oh man! So that means you have to name all of your Pokemon too.
The Pokemon it's named after doesn't even exist yet.
Yeah, it's true. It doesn't. All right, cool.
Playing Pokemon in Iron Man mode.
Awesome.
Ugh.
And who is Javi? Like you should.
And who are you?
And who are you?
That's what I was gonna say.
You're right,
Talk
you're right,
about
you're right.
more than
Let
your
me-
team.
Yeah.
Right. I need to talk about that. Right. Hi, my name is Roulette Hunter Gonzalez Rodriguez, but you can call me Ali. I also go by Lycus Stratus on the interwebs. And on here, I'm Javier, the prince, for whatever that means. And I'm here to save the day or make things worse. Either way.
Fair. Anna, you're up.
Yes, I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny most places on the internet, and I play Riley, band geek nerd. She has been heavy into Pokemon Blue, as we saw in last episode. Her team, Venusaur, because Bulbasaur is the best starter.
Bulbasaur's supremacy. What?
Charizard's overrated.
Yep.
Don't at me in the comments. Nidoking, Vaporeon, and Lapras is the tanks. Magneton and Arcanine.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Nielsen.
That's me. I'm Nilstein. I am playing Tony, our Battleborn. And he would start with the third starter of Blastoise. Because big round boy. Then Snorlax. And I think Machamp. And then the other three I was having trouble with. But probably Rhydon. Or Rhyhorn. I always forget which of the two is the evolved one of those, but
Yeah,
and
Trigon
then-
is the big
okay.
one. Yeah.
and then a Persian, because Persians are cool. And then a Fearow, probably. Gotta have a flyer somewhere.
Fair. Arnica.
It would help if I muted. Hi, I'm Arca, she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Ishiret Effie, our Andalite. Also, she, her pronouns, and this is so easy. Effie has one team. She has, if you ask her, it's the perfect team. She does not understand statistics. She doesn't understand the math to the game, so she doesn't understand why this team doesn't work. Bulbasaur, the most noble of the starters.
So noble.
She's never evolved her Bulbasaur. She thinks he's so cute, so she just keeps hitting B.
Hmm.
And then 5 Dittos. They can be anyone. No, I don't need the Charizard. I have the Charizard. It is a Ditto. I do not need the Mewtwo. I have the Mewtwo. It is a Ditto. but she doesn't understand Ditto stats, and so Ditto keeps getting knocked the fuck out real fast before she can, because none of her Dittos have speed. She hasn't. She, it's 1990. They don't know about IV training yet. We haven't started pulling the math apart on these games
It's true.
to start hyper focusing. No one knows she's just dying with an unevolved Bulbasaur and 5 Dittos, but she's having a great time.
Hi everyone, I'm Val, and I know y'all are all dying to know my Pokemon Gen 1 team. Of course Venusaur, because Bulbasaur supremacy in this household all the way. Vaporeon, Gengar, Aerodactyl. Hold up. Venusaur, Vaporeon, Gengar, Aerodactyl. I got 2 more. Primate for my fighter. And Clefairy. Because, I don't know if you knew this, but Gengar and Clefairy are like the same Pokemon. One of them's just dead.
It's the ghost of the other.
Yeah, it's true. They're the shadow of the other. And with that way, I can just sort of manipulate, puts a little psychic in there with... She was a normal type at the time, Clefairy. Also, Clefairy originally was supposed to be the mascot before Pikachu. There is that. But everyone,
Doesn't Clefairy have the highest HP before, other than like Chansey?
pretty
back in the
sure,
first
yeah,
gen?
it's very high. Like it has very high. I think actually the highest HP would have been Snorlax.
I know it's been many moons.
Yeah. Alternatively, there is always an Arcanine in the works if I ever have to switch one out. But yeah, that was primarily my team. Vaporeon is always top tier for me. What else is top tier is this channel and all these cast members who are here. As you can see, there is a lovely little warning in chat for content today. Very specifically today, there is going to be abuse and manipulation towards the mentally ill. Very specifically, DID, dissociative identity disorder. I am going to do my best to represent it as accurately as possible, as I know I do have a lot of I have a friend that does have DID. But I do want to warn everyone on this. And of course, the general content warnings of today is a body horror, child soldiers, genocide, loss of agency due to alien infestation, so parasites, realistic isms of 1999 Louisiana, xenophobia, war, graphic violence, and possibly death. All of that is on the table here, and we do our best to represent these topics in a cathartic manner, not in a way that props up oppressors, because fuck that. Speaking of, free Palestine. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. Unless I'm missing something. Am I missing anything? Oh, we're a viewer-affected game. Pay me. You can affect the game with your bit subs and donations. Every 100 biddies gives rerolls to anyone here that rolls dice, so not me. Subs give an extra dice to someone's roll. $5 donations give an auto crit through coffee. And at $10 donations, you get to give me an idea. That is it's always at my discretion, so I don't cross any lines and veils. We do use safety tools here to take care of ourselves, so please take care of yourselves. And now we actually start. Last time on Morphs in the Swamp, everyone except for Ollie were having a really nice hangout time in the hideout when a truck pulls up. This truck had both Danielle and Dogmetri from season 1, the sibling duo that the group rescued and sent on their way with the morphing cube, the Escalif device, to help with the Yerk resistance force. That was revealed as part of the plan. No one told Effie about this until this moment, and Effie had a moment, and is still currently having a moment, and that moment sent her flying off into a direction that to go and cool the fuck off for a bit. Meanwhile, y'all also learned that Dogmeatry was able to regain his ability to morph through Space Jesus, also known as the Elemist, and using the I think the Elemist is not as nice as Jesus, so I don't think that is an accurate description of him. More like Space Loki in a weird way, or Space Odin even. Like, well, it's a little sus in there. But yeah, he regained his ability to morph. Of course, Anne was able to get his own body's DNA. Revealed that after the war is over, he plans on turning back into his body and becoming a Nothlit in his own body, but not until the war is over. He and Tony went to go wrestling in the forest as a dog and a cat. And it was a little gay. And while Effie was hanging out as a crow, saw some Escalades drive up to the National Guard, which is also the entrance to the Yerk pool, and decided she should tell her friends. So she did, which prompted Riley to go and check it out, and was revealed that the person that went inside and came out was a robust white man by the name of Mr. Cheney, and he was informed of a treatment for his candidate by a Dr. Amelia Kadir, who is the widow of the former school counselor who was a subvisor. So, upon seeing this, Riley, instead of following the Escalades, decided to push her luck and fly into the Yerk pool before it closed. And that's what happened. Did I miss anything? Is that? Nope, I don't think I did. Cool. That being said, Effie had a conversation with Danielle about the Yerk resistance, and Danielle called the xenophobic alien privileged, and I felt icky doing that. But and that is how we ended the session, and that is kind of where we start the session. Ollie, guess what you received from your dad as a graduation present?
Neglect and therapy.
And a car.
No, perfect. Exactly what I'd expect.
And a car. Because you know what? You have to get around. That being said, you weren't getting around by yourself when you were out visiting some colleges. One of your moms were with you. We will say landscaping mom was with you because engineer mom is really busy helping design a new bridge that fell a couple of months ago in a couple of towns over. Like, she's got her hands full right now, which visiting some colleges. What do you think what kind of vehicle do you think your dad gave you? Like, it's clearly secondhand.
Yeah. I feel like depending on how bad he feels, he wants to do one that looks cool. Mm-hmm. So like maybe it's still a shitty car, mechanically speaking, but is awesome, like a Firebird.
You got a Firebird. That, which by the way, only the driver's seatbelt works.
Always.
So, which is why y'all didn't go traveling in the Firebird. However, you get back pretty much the same evening that all of this is going down, I see you call Riley's house, and her mom says, "Oh no, she's out. She's just out." And of course, to you, that only means that she's in one place. So
the hangout spot where they're just hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. With a wanted murderer and an alien. The thing is that it's like her mom is like, who does she hang out with when Ollie's not around? She's a good kid. So, do you, Ollie, get into your Firebird to go to the hangout?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna show off the shitty car my dad gave me. For the record, if I have like even a day or alone with the car, I want to under where the spare wheel should be, which for some reason just isn't there.
You've probably had this car since Christmas.
Cool. I'd want to dig out a section where I can hide the guns that we've stolen over time.
Oh, absolutely. That is like, listen, you don't know who Dean Winchester is, but you are pulling one right now. Sort of thing. When you pull up into the spot, this very wonderfully hidden spot that not a lot of people know about, you see this Chevy pickup. This Chevy, this pickup that's just a 2-seater that is parked there, and you don't recognize this truck.
Okay. I think in that case, if I don't recognize the truck, before pulling up, I turn off my lights and morph into one of my like more adult people. Maybe maybe just like one of the ones with a mixed faced randomized face. And yeah, I'm gonna keep a weapon hidden and go knock on their window.
The Beastmaster. Like
The wanted terrorist form you have?
Zookeeper.
Oh, the zookeeper, that's what it was.
the nurse. Or the lesbian.
Oh, I'm not gonna be the lesbian. That's my mom. She shouldn't be seen here.
There's like 3 lesbians in your DNA right now.
That is true. I have a lot of lesbian in my DNA.
There's quite a few lesbians you have stored in your back pocket right now. Like you walk up and you don't. Riley's car is there as well as the truck. Riley has a new car. We never established what it was, but she has officially a new vehicle. Probably another Camry, or I'm thinking it's actually like a Honda Accord of some sort, because it's like the obvious thing that a teenager would have at that time. Or weirdly enough, a Mitsubishi Eclipse. I had a lot of people just get those for some reason, like girls especially. Whichever one she wants. But her new car is there that she was able to get. But you don't see Riley, but what you do end up seeing is a German Shepherd bounding in your direction and a big orange cat following Toe.
And I recognize the cat, and I think I remember the dog.
Yeah.
Not great with faces, even dog faces.
You dealt with this cat for a very interesting month then.
But yeah, the cat I recall. So yeah, I think he just starts waving down, puts the gun away. Is like, oh god, Tony. And I look at the dog. And you.
Yes, me. Just the guy who gave you the ability to turn into animals. Nice to meet you again, bud. He wouldn't have said that. That's very Canadian, and this man is not.
That's my bad. I don't do great with names and faces. But I remembered you.
Uh, thanks.
Good.
So
Javier, it's Dimitri.
thank God. Dimitri, got it, got it. Okay. And he like takes out a pen and like writes down a little reminder and just draws a dog next to Dimitri.
Dog Dimitri. Like,
Got it, got it, got it.
yeah.
So where's the rest of the gang?
Oh well,
I've been
we left Effie with my sister. Um, she wasn't too
I
happy about the whole yerk resistance.
I think she's a turtle right now.
okay.
At least it kind of smells like.
You hear Effie in your head. Hey, Andalite, are you a turtle?
I am not speaking to you. You will never find me among the other turtles.
By my love. She's not saying anything, so probably.
I
They're inside.
think I'll if I can I'll reach out with like mind speak to uh
You can't
I'm
estimate. You're not in morph.
all right. Humans morphs don't count as morphs for
Yeah.
mind speak.
Yep.
I hate that.
Because you got a mouth speak.
You have to mouth speak. Go.
It's
All
one
right,
of the
fair
weird canon rules. I don't make them, man. Talk to Miss Applegate and Mr. Grant about it.
Then I think he just asks Tony to uh let Effie sorry, it's been a long time since I played games and I actually have a problem with names.
It's okay.
Uh Arnica, what's your character's name again?
Effie.
Effie? That was right. Cool. I
Yeah,
felt
you
like I
were
said it
right.
wrong. Cool. Can you tell Effie that if they come out, I'll let them drive the car. It's brand new. They can go very fast.
Okay. Effie, Javier just pulled up and he says he has a new car he's going to let you drive.
Now, this is deeply unfair. I want the world to know. Because Javier has been teaching Effie to drive. Because Effie's primary human morph is Javier. And in case of an emergency, Javier can't be backing into. Effie cannot be making Javier look bad behind. That is his primary concern. Not that Effie needs to be a competent driver in a getaway situation, but that if Effie is driving as a human, then she looks like Javier, and no one's gonna think that's Javier crashing into the post box and the
The
shopping
police
cart and the police station. I definitely haven't done that already. So he's
Look, I
been
just
teaching
don't
me
want
to
a paper
drive.
trail coming back to me. Is all I'm saying.
And I have developed a genuine appreciation for going fast. It's so much different going fast in a car than going fast in a spaceship. And I want everyone to know this is cheating. Uh, so slowly from the muck, just a very, I acquired over winter a very large snapping turtle. One of the ones where you probably aren't gonna try to catch it by yourself because even if you do manage to beat this bitch, you will need a second human being to lift it. All of a sudden, just this giant prehistoric claw leg just digs, two of them, and just this 18-wheeler sized turtle drags itself onto the bank and hisses at the dog. And then goes and stands behind Javier like a little fucking chihuahua, still hissing.
Which, I don't know if you know this, but snapping turtles aren't exactly slow. In fact, most turtles aren't. They can book it. Not as fast as alligators, but pretty fast. I
So,
used to
like,
have snapping
don't be
turtles.
imagining a slow, ponderous, stately Galapagos stroll. No, this is a demon from hell, stuck its head out, turned around, and then much faster than you would want something the size of an 18-wheeler tire to come at you, sprinted across that yucky ground. Stand behind Javier next to the Firebird.
Well, it's nice to see you. He dangle some car keys. Uh, it's yours whenever you want it. Um, and I think he also, if this is okay, pulls out like uh, a little bag, like a little box or something. Like I want to get, I want to give them everybody like a little gift from like travels. So like,
Oh.
uh, and I think for uh Effie, it's just uh like really basic memorabilia from each like place that I went to. Just like here's the culture.
Did you
Learn
get
it.
a shot glass of every place that you went to?
Oh, actually, yeah, that'd be fun.
I love the tiny glasses. They are practical, but so impractical.
Yeah.
They have ridiculous things on them. And when you fill them with regular drinks, they do nothing. But when you fill them with the alcohol, they do so much. I am collecting the shot glasses now.
One of them is shaped like a woman in a bikini. I'm like, my dad got that one. You could have it.
Effie very reluctantly. Like you have, for someone who doesn't have a mouth, my mouth is twisted all sideways as I resume my own form because I have to have hands to cradle and appreciate these shot glasses and to hold the Firebird keys. So congratulations, you have out toddlered me. I
Got it.
appreciate that.
And let me tell you, it is. Y'all are used to seeing each other morph and demorph and stuff. But you know, there is just something especially disturbing about a turtle becoming an Andalite. It probably starts with the eye stalks. Just a turtle with extra eyes, and then a turtle with hands, and then the legs just shoot up really, really quickly. And it's like, but doesn't turn into like Andalite legs yet. It's still like turtle legs. So it's just like a really tall turtle right now with no torso, but but little Andalite arms like sticking out from its shell, like from right here, before the rest of the Andalite begins to Andalite. But that is probably like the most like, that is the image I get in my head, is a very tall turtle from a good, like the eyes and the hands had to come first because she takes the with her turtle hands and their shot glasses.
I wanted to hold those shot glasses more than I wanted to sulk. So I got hands back before just about anything else.
Yeah. Need you to just drop turtle with hands. By the way, Andalites are totally insects. Like, they are. Warm-blooded insects, but insects.
I
Anyway.
mean, 6
Sorry, I
limbs.
just saw the gift that Anna posted in the Discord. Oh, jeez. Wasn't expecting that.
Lord, no. Now look, Franklin is a good boy, and I am being a brat. You will not take this Franklin slander. I love Franklin.
Franklin the turtle. Alright. Great. So yeah, so Effie, you got shot glasses.
And while I'm holding them, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at Javier and I'm looking at the dog. I'm looking at Tony. Tony is normally so sturdy and trustworthy and paranoid in ways that I appreciate. And how can my good paranoid friend Tony? He's taking this so lightly. He doesn't understand. But Javier likes to be mad. Javier likes to think about things. Surely Javier will understand the importance of what's going on. As I kind of grab you by the arm and pull you over. Like I don't even take you far. I just pull you to the other side of the freaking Firebird. And I'm just like, I don't. There are. They're putting yerks in people's head on purpose.
That's not what they're doing.
Yeah.
And everyone is okay with this. These are yerks in people's heads on purpose.
It is not ideal, but
You knew too?
uh, like I
I
said,
thought.
it is not ideal. But here, allow me to illuminate some possible uh, uh, ways in which this can be beneficial to us. First, if there's a community of them, uh, and we're the ones that are placing them, we know who and where they are. We can monitor. It's easier that way. Second, if we have, and use air quotes, allies from them on our side, there is no greater asset in any war than knowledge and communication. The more we can get them to tell us, the more we can actually succeed in our missions. If things go wrong, we're not too much worse than we were before. At least we know who they're controlling. If things go right, we come out on top. I know it feels bad, but it's consensual, even if it feels unbalanced. It's tricky.
Effie is she's absolutely still having a shit fit. This is the exact opposite of the answer I was supposed to get. Um,
Yeah.
you have in fact never felt this level of like mental hysteria from me as I'm trying to explain why this is a terrible idea, and I very quickly fill you in on the mean girl shitty conversation I had with Danielle last couple minutes ago, where I explained that perhaps no one has explained to you that no, I know y'all don't understand. I obviously understand a little bit better than y'all exactly how dangerously bad yerks are, because did I forget to mention that my people are the whole reason that yerks are running around in space, because we were all like, "Oh, we feel so bad for them. They're so little and gross, but they're also sentient. And oh, what if we just let them go ahead and we'll help them get to space and blah blah blah." You give them an inch, you try to help them, and you end up with them taking over the universe. I do not, it is very dangerous to trust them, and I don't, Javier, I do not like this. I do not think this is safe. I do not know how you can trust this.
Effie, you know this. I don't trust anyone aside from the four of you. It isn't about trust. It's about gaining more military power. And right now, we have to work within situations that we don't like, that make us uncomfortable. Because we're fucking teenagers and we have no actual power.
I would like to reiterate real quick, just to make sure that we're on the same page here. There's no voluntary infestation that is happening with the Yerk resistance. There
I
is
thought that
there is giving Yerks, the slugs, the ability to morph through the cube. So
I thought there was also people that were like choosing to get slugged that we were allowing.
Yeah, but that's not in the resistance.
Yeah, Danielle
Oh.
had one. Danielle had one who was part of the resistance that saved Danielle.
Right. Sorry, I think I mixed that up in my brain.
Yeah, their goal is not voluntary infestation. Their goal is to rid Yerks of the need of infestation, period. And the need for Kendrona, period. By giving Yerks the ability to morph, not their host, the actual slug, the ability to morph, and thus turn into a Nothlet for the rest of their existence. That is what's happening in the Yerk resistance.
Even better.
Mm-hmm. Effie did step away, probably to get the oven.
Tony does that open-handed cat I want attention thing to
Yeah.
Dimitri. The like
Mm-hmm.
no claw hat thing.
What? What's going on? Sorry, I spaced out
Oh.
because I heard a rabbit.
Yeah, let's go.
Where are we
They're
going?
going to. We'll find the rabbit. They're gonna argue for like 1,000 years.
Well, let me go check with Danielle because I don't know what we're supposed to do. And where'd your friend go? You know, the girl. The band girl. Riley.
Tony goes to look at the watch on Dimitri's thing to see how long they've been morphed.
Riley's probably been gone for about an hour at this point.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Go talk to your sister. Tony starts transforming back because it's going to be. Go check on her.
Okay. And he's sort of like, when he has like really embodied mentally being a dog. Like that like when you spend like basically he's been a dog for 9 months, and so he's just sort of like, for his own mental health, just let the dog and him become one. Like, kind of thing. Because if you're gonna let anything become one with you, a dog's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he trots off, and his sister has, like, Danielle has already gotten out of the encampment and is going through has walked back to her truck and gave an upwards nod to Javier, as you are still talking to your Andalite friend who's holding all of the shot glasses in her fingers. But yeah.
My 6 fingers.
Yes.
Guys, Riley's been gone like an hour now. Did she call you, Javier?
No, I was coming to surprise her. I mean, do you know where she went?
The military base, I think, right?
Yep.
Effie?
The National Guard.
There was a man, and there was a very large man, and his name was Mr. Cheney. And I told Riley there was a Mr. Cheney, and Riley said he is a thing of Texas, and then he left.
Javier's eyes are bigger than you've ever seen them in any morph or any other form. You see fully around his entire eye. She went to a military base to chase after Dick fucking Cheney?
No.
He's not a president yet.
Yeah, he's just a guy. Just a CEO.
He is not just the guy. He is one of the largest backstage, even in the 90s. He is a political power player. For the children who were not alive at the time who are watching this, I want you to understand exactly how much damage this man did just as a CEO backstage.
Yeah. And he definitely didn't have an alien parasite in his head doing all of that.
No. Just did it because he could. What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit, Dick Cheney. Richard. You, personally. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Effie, you might not know this. And Tony, I don't know how very on the ball politically you are. My moms like to talk a lot about Dick Cheney. He is the devil in human flesh, and probably going to get worse over time. He's also very powerful. And why the fuck would he be here at that place if not for Yerk business? And Riley's there by herself, and it's been an hour, and I think I'm going to immediately take a stress and reach out to Riley with our new power. Like,
you need to transform first, but
yeah. No, he goes full gorilla and starts opening the trunk and getting all the guns. Like,
what is the mess? What is it? What do you want, Nielsen? You said wait.
Wait for him getting guns out of trunk. It does not help when we're here.
Okay. What is the message that you are sending? Because we're already at 5:20. So what is the message that you're gonna send Riley? And we'll take an early break, and then switch to Riley right before she gets that message, and then when she gets it, what is the message you're sending Riley?
uh, Riley, I'm home. Uh, I heard you're chasing after Dick Cheney. We're coming. Uh, oh God, how do I want to end this? For the love of God, please don't do anything I would do.
Uh,
Lord, you made me snort.
and with that, we're just gonna take a quick break because I have to pee now, and it's a really good time to take a break to switch scenes. And we will be back in about 10 minutes with continuing with this. So, with that, we will see you soon. Bye. Bye. so we're back from our very short little bathroom break. Since we all had to go, it was just a good time to put away. We cut probably earlier in the hour before this message is even received by Riley. Riley, you have flown into this building. And did you fly after the doctor or before her? That's what I need to remember.
So the doctor left, right? 'Cause Cheney went one way, the doctor went the other, but I chose the open door.
You chose the open door. Yeah.
I made a very, very smart strategic
right.
choice in the moment.
Which is where she went. Because you had to go see what was up with that. The inside of this compound just looks like the really weird fluorescent. There's like a waiting area. A couple, like, you know, some chairs, like a check-in office, and you see, like, as you had flown in and the door closes behind you, you see this doctor go past you and, like, 2 doors. There is somebody else inside of there, like folding open doors, not like a push door. I need you to roll something to see if you can continue getting through this stealthily.
Could that be finesse?
Yes. You can do finesse.
Awesome. I am glad. That is Riley's best skill. Starting off tonight with 666.
That is a crit.
I hope that is not my only luck for tonight.
That is thanks Satan, a triple crit there. Ooh, Satan is on your side today, or Sauron, or whatever his name is. Dad. So you are able to, like, I'm not even gonna make you roll like double. You're able to, when you go through these doors, it is so, like, this hallway is so dimly lit in comparison to, like, the rest of the building, and you're able to follow her as essentially her office that is in this building. And she sits at a desk, and there is, like, this big HP computer with, you know, Windows 2000 on it, sort of ordeal. She sits down in the chair, leans back, and, like, rubs her temples. You land somewhere inconspicuous with that crit. And, you know, you're a crow, you're just as dark. And she's just not paying attention. On her desk, there is a picture of her and Mr. Kadir, as well as a picture of her holding her newborn son. And she speaks out loud. I can't believe that worked. Don't worry, Amelia. You did a great job. You did the right thing. Are you sure? That whole time, Cersei was, don't worry about Cersei. We're keeping Cersei out. It's just the 2 of us. This gets us closer to our revenge. You're right. You're right, Lipin. You're right. Thank you. You've been such a help. There's a lot of work to do. What do you do, Riley?
At the moment I'm watching, does she log onto her computer?
No. She's just not.
Watching for now. I can't do much with her still in the room, so I think I'm sort of waiting to see if she leaves
And I think in
or
that
goes somewhere.
moment of waiting is when you get Javier's message.
Do you want me to say it again?
If you don't mind saying again, and to
Yeah.
respond, it would be a stress for me as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. For that far away, yeah.
Yeah, I believe I've already forgotten because it's been 10 seconds. So I think I was just something along the lines of, I heard you're chasing after Dick Cheney. We're coming to help. Don't do anything I would do. Uh, yeah, no, I think that was the whole thing pretty much.
Yeah, that was close to it.
Panic, even though there's no voice, panic clearly
Yeah.
present.
There is a long pause before you get a response. As Riley considers what to do in this moment. And I will spend the stress to reply. I'm fine. Just checking stuff out inside. Might be tricky to get out. I'll let you know if I need a distraction.
All right. I'm not gonna respond, but I think you have the intrinsic feeling that they're ready for a disturbance.
And it's at that moment that Dr. Kadir gets up and goes to a door that's in her office, and you see it is obviously the bathroom, and she closes the door behind her. What do you do?
I'm gonna wait a moment and then fly fly over to the desk. I'm looking at stuff that is on the desk, papers, and I'm looking at the keyboard. Is there, if she types a lot, there wouldn't be a wear pattern for her password. Looking for a sticky note. Is there a password written anywhere? I'm also looking to see, are there plans on the desk? Are there evil letters? I don't know.
They're evil letters. This Q
Can I do
is
an
very
investigation
evil. Like that E. V is the most evil of letters. Go ahead and roll something for me. Look for something.
Ooh. What is my crow? My crow is. I could do survey. I could also do study. Would I have a greater effect with either of those?
Greater effect with survey.
Okay, then I will roll survey. There's a 5.
There's a 5. All right, it's a with consequences. You see, there is no sticky note for a password, but there is a manila folder on the desk that is closed. That says Operation Pachyderm on it.
This Operation what?
Pachyderm.
Oh. That's not great. Okay. Do I hear toilet flushing or water running yet?
Not yet, no. She has to go, man.
How difficult would it be for me to get this open? Is it like a metal Bradley pin holding it down? Is it like one of those string tied ones?
It's got the metal flaps. Yeah.
Okay. Crow should be able to handle that though. They do really intricate things. And how large is it? Is it too large for me to carry?
I think that would be the slight consequence with the 5 is that it is to not It's not too large in the sense that, like, physically, like the size of the folder. It's that it might just actually be a little bit too heavy with just
Gotcha.
the crow. Yeah.
Okay. As quickly as I can, I would like to try and open this and pull out the contents. If
Yeah.
I could like pull them over like underneath a, I don't, I don't, I don't know what kind of furniture is in here, but pull them underneath something where I can like hide and I don't know.
Roll something.
This feels finesse trying to get a manila envelope open with my beak.
Yeah, you can finesse that. I would have also accepted Tinker.
Oh, I have nothing in Tinker. There's a single 6, and
Yep,
the other two were very
that's a
bad.
full success. You get it open, and you can get your beak around not the and then going from the 5 earlier because it's too thick. You can
Mhm.
get your beak around about half of the papers inside this folder to pull out.
That's fine.
And I'll give you the option. You can pull out half of them to leave them there, or pull out half of them so that some of them are still in the folder so that you can carry them in the folder. What would you prefer to do? Loose leaf or not loose leaf is essentially your option here.
Yeah, I'm is there here's the question. Is there a place for me to hide in here to reasonably look at stuff, or do I get the sense that I would need to take it and go?
You get the sense that you should take it and go.
Okay, then the folder.
Okay. Cool. So, and as you sort of like get half of those things out, you hear the flush.
I'll move quicker.
Yeah, you get the flush, and you're able to pick up this folder. Which way are you going?
Do I have an exit? Is there not currently?
I mean, the door's not closed to the office,
Okay.
but at this moment, you're not just a crow anymore. You're a crow with a manila folder. So,
Yes. But I'm fucked either way because if they see a crow inside the base, they're
yeah,
not thinking this is a normal crow.
yeah.
It's automatically Andalite. So I'm going for it. I'm booking it.
Okay,
I'm curious, but I have something. This could be a huge success. I'm booking it.
okay. The same way you came out.
Yes.
You book it the same way you came out. That door is still very closed.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said it was open.
There's a door to the office that's open, her office, and then through the hallway, through push open doors into the foyer, which like the waiting area that you originally came into.
Gotcha.
Door is closed, and that is a knob.
Got it.
You're able to get to that room though.
I will. Is there a place for me to hide in that room, like up around the ceiling or something?
Roll me something. Gotta roll. Roll me something.
This I could do study or survey.
Yeah, survey
Yes.
it would probably be better.
5.
5. There is, you know how like sometimes like there's like a ledge for like the fluorescent lights, like a beam, and then there's like a wood thing. There is that that you could land on. The caveat is that there is somebody in the room that has not noticed you yet, but that's a ticking clock at this point. There's also another tick on your clock.
Gotcha. realizing I shouldn't have taken the folder. I should have taken the loose leaf so that no one noticed it was gone right away. But that's okay. We're rolling with it.
Joe would
Yeah,
have just had, but you also could have just had loose leaf papers flying everywhere.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take another stress, and I'm going to thought speak out to Javier.
Cool.
Could use a distraction right now, please. Maybe back the back fence, something. Draw people over there.
Javier, in that amount of time, y'all could have definitely driven there, within the vicinity. You get this thought speak. You were probably stationed across the street on the other side of the highway, in a lot where the new Super Walmart is being constructed. Y'all are very excited for it. Like, it's not just a normal Walmart, it's a super Walmart. Like, it's a super center. But you're across this 4-lane highway on the other side of the building. Y'all probably all were able to either pile in your car or in Danielle's truck, because they came with you to help.
I am not riding in Danielle's truck.
That's okay. You don't have to. You're muted, Ollie.
You can drive my car real fast. I'll be on the hood as a gorilla.
In the middle of a fucking city?
Yeah.
And it's nighttime, right? Or is it daytime? What time is it?
It's summer, yeah.
It's never nighttime enough that someone could drive by with a gorilla holding a gun on the roof of a Firebird. Like, don't mind me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's ever that nighttime
It's
enough.
never that enough nighttime.
Yeah,
You are
nighttime.
correct.
There.
Like-
No, but it would be fun. No, that was just goofing. But no, we'll ride. We can ride with you together. Which of us have bird morphs?
Tony's fine being in the truck. I think we all do now that if you pick one up finally.
Okay.
Did you pick one up?
Yeah. For my 2 animals that I decided to pick up, my 2 morphs, I decided not to go with a human this time, even though I really wanted to do another one. I decided to go with God, what's it called? The common swift, because it's the fastest bird
Okay.
that in terms of like
Yeah.
flapping speed, and the lion, because honestly I just imagined a really pretty date where 2 big cats go on a fun romp.
It's a cat murder date.
My lion looks like Kovu from The Lion King 2.
Of course. The sexiest of lions. What?
Big crush on that motherfucker.
Oh my god, I know. And he's voiced by the same guy who does Max Goof? Like, come on. Like,
Max Goof.
also Noel from Final Fantasy 13 too. Sorry, I have weird extensive knowledge of my favorite voice actors that I had crushes on.
It's all right. How long did it take before everybody realized that movie was a fucking interracial relationship thing? I was far too old when I was like, oh my god.
I was a teenager when that came out, so I was very aware. I was like, oh yeah, that's Simba's racist. Like,
Yeah,
a little xenophobic there going on. So, all right, and it's about this time that y'all pull in that y'all are like, I could use a distraction right about now. What are you doing for your distraction? We're not rolling any action rolls or like any big rolls or anything. Well, we're making rolls, but we're not going into this is free play still.
Yeah. I think I tell everybody a plan that I came up with, which was I'm gonna open up the trunk. I brought drinks to celebrate, hence the shot glasses. Rip up some clothing, Molotov cocktail, time, bird morphs, drop them along the back entrance wherever Riley told us to. I'm going to, if no one minds, full gorilla over on the other side, blasting through some windows with a gun. As much attention as humanly possible, while giving as little threat to my friends.
She does say that she needs the distraction in the back
Yeah.
And that is probably because the door in the front needs to be open and clear. So how do y'all feel about just dropping Molotov cocktails in the back of
Yeah.
This's birds?
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Cool. Hope somebody
I'm
goes
gonna-
open the door for her.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna take one more strain and ask if they need anything to happen for their egress.
You're close enough.
If
You're close.
Oh, we're
enough.
close enough?
Yeah, you're
Sweet.
close enough. You don't need to. You're not several. You're across the street. Like you're
Sweet.
close enough. Yeah.
They in that case they know the plan. They know that that's happening. Where do you need me? Where do you need to get out? I'll make it happen.
When somebody opens this door, and I'm gonna try and fly out through an opening. If that doesn't work, I will let you know. Break a window for me.
Oh yeah, fine. Then yeah, he's like running through, shooting windows, and going for the door.
All right. Well, first off, let's get some bird morphs with some cocktails
Okay.
going. First of all, let's see if those cocktails got made. Who's making the cocktails?
Um,
And what role are you
what
using for
skill
that?
is that?
Tinker?
What skill are we gonna argue? Yeah.
Yeah, whatever do you
I
want.
can do it. Tony has a little bit of tinkering.
You
He's
can do it? You can make
Yeah,
it, you can make
he's started dealing with alcohol more.
Are you our handy boy? Because I can't shit and tinker.
Also,
I
know
believe
that
technically
Effie has tinker as well.
I think Effie is technically our handy person.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Now, to be fair, I am going to have to reread like the last 4 seconds of closed captioning because my kid was asking me about what I was doing, and then it took me a second to reread.
We need
to
someone
relearn
to make
English.
Molotov cocktails.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fuck that. My tinker is pretty good. My tinker is. Yeah, I got a 2 in tinker.
Yep, and I assume,
And I got a
better
bird
than
breed.
mine.
Do that.
what's your big enough bird to drop in?
I got a barn
A
owl.
crow.
You have a crow?
Well, if you got a barn owl, we're giving
I thought
the
you have a great
cocktails to
horn
barn
owl,
owl.
actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not a barn. It's a great horn.
Yeah, you got
Oh.
a great horn owl.
Yeah, you can throw them. I'll make them.
I will also say that your buddy, Dog Dimitri, also has an owl morph, and he can help you assist with the dropping
Sweet.
of the cocktails. Yeah, someone has to be ready to drive the getaway car, so that might actually be Effie. So Effie, real quick, these are going to be a couple rolls. One from you and one from Tony. And Tony will do it with an assist because he's going to have a friend. But you need to do a tinker to make sure you have those cocktails made.
All right. 2d6. 2d6 plus 2 or just 2d6?
Just your 2d6.
Yeah. Well, got a 5 and a 1.
You got a 5. That is a partial success.
I got a
with
5.
The minor consequence. The consequence to that is you burn your hand. And you take a stress for burning your hand. So you burn Javier's hand because you're Javier. And then from Tony, let's go ahead and get a roll from you, and you can add an extra d6 to whatever you're doing because you have an assist.
Excellent. It seems like it should be either finesse or hunt.
Or
Oh, it could be wreck.
it could be a wreck. You are dropping bombs.
Yeah, I am dropping bombs. Let's go wreck.
By the way, it's also terrifying to see a dog turn into an owl. I just would like to
Oh yeah. I didn't even think about that. Oh.
Somewhere in that middle morph section, he looks like a fucked up griffin.
Yes.
Like a tiny the version of a griffin.
Yes.
Is it?
Huh?
Can I ask a question about mechanics again? Real quick. Someone can take a stress to do like a quick flashback, right?
It depends on the flashback, and I will tell you how much stress is going to be taken, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Got it.
All right, Tony, roll that wreck. If that's what you want.
I have a 6 and a bunch of other dice that don't matter.
It doesn't matter because you have the full success. You and Dimitri, as the Owl Squad, just swoop in fucking quietly, because that's owls for you.
Yep.
Owls, the perfect predator. Silent but deadly. Swoop in and drop these Molotov cocktails essentially inside the open dumpster. And like, and it is definitely a big enough distraction to where it just sort of like, it doesn't like explode, but it just kind of like, and it tips over and it's on fire, and you hear the guys come around the front yelling. On the inside, Riley, the guy at the desk, gets up and runs towards the back, because everything's going on in the back does not stay in the front. Javier, this is your chance to run across 4 lanes of highway and open a door.
Sweet. Quick, I want to do a quick flashback moment, which is just I brought a mask for Effie to wear while she's me.
What's the mask? There's no need for stress for that one. What is the mask?
Oh gosh.
I have that giant Costco package of ski masks we bought in season 1.
That is true.
We do, but I feel like it should be
It is a
like
Power
one of those
Ranger.
presidential.
Is it a Power Ranger? It is a Power Ranger.
You want to be a Power Ranger? I was gonna say one of those politician masks.
Oh, the Bill Clinton, that like big plastic.
That way, it's
one
Bill
they had
Clinton
for a while.
attacking.
Dick Cheney's not even in there.
No, he's gone.
Oh well. Yeah.
Right,
whatever mask you want.
All right. It's funnier if it's Bill Clinton, but she's complaining because she wanted her Power Ranger.
Yeah, but what I need from you, Javi, is a roll, because you are running through 4 lanes of traffic. As I don't know if you're running as a gorilla or yourself, but you are running through 4 lanes of traffic. Hopefully not to get hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do gorilla.
Okay.
Do you want finesse?
What do you want?
I want to wreck. I want to ram through cars.
So you're just gonna ram through it. Like, and if a car is in your way, fuck the car?
Yeah, I will heal the car. I don't care. There are more important things.
This is a 70-mile-per-hour highway. This is a highway. Like, not quite the interstate, but it's a big one.
I mean, yeah. I'm just saying, mindset-wise, this is he has 0 other goals or gumptions. Already was scared about one of us being here at all, and Riley said, "I need help," and that's all he cares about.
Okay. If you fail, it's not going to be pretty for you.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
This is going to be a rough one. But go ahead and roll wreck for that.
Do I have any any things I can spend, by the way? I don't remember. It's been a while.
What do you have, bud? Let's look. You have exactly 1 reroll.
What do you think?
Am I able to look out so I can give him a heads up of cars or something?
You were busy. No, you were.
Okay.
You were busy.
That's what I thought. That's why I was asking.
Like, y'all probably didn't even go. Like, y'all just kept flying into the night, kind of thing, right?
Yep, that's fine.
No need to wait for y'all.
It's okay. I got a 3 and a 5.
All right.
So it's doable.
That is a partial,
what do I break?
Yeah, that is a partial success. Luckily, as you make it across the highway, barreling through as a gorilla. Luckily, like, nobody hits you, but there is a very, very, very close call. And as you get to the door to open it, a soldier, comes around the corner of the building and is like, "That's a fucking gorilla!" Like, what do you Do you open the door first, or do you do something about this guy?
Gosh, let me think. A door first. That's the more important thing.
Riley, the door opens.
Immediately flying out and through.
Crow flies out with a manila folder.
All thoughts speak to the team. Let's go. I'll meet you back at base.
I'm gonna quickly, I suppose, backhand the guard.
Okay, backhand him. Go ahead. That's a wreck.
Ooh. You said I have a reroll, right? I might as well take that.
You're gonna take the oh man.
Listen, I got two
that
twos.
good of a roll.
Ooh.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
All right, that's a 5 and a 6. That's
The
splendid.
6. Yeah, you backhand this man. You feel teeth break against your knuckles, and he doesn't fall out unconscious, but he falls to the floor. He's so flabbergasted. He did not expect a gorilla. Kind of thing.
First day on
on.
his job.
It was his this guy looks like he might be 19 years old, okay? In fact, you think he might have graduated from high school, from your school at some point. And you book it to your car, I'm guessing? Or do you get into the back seat, the trunk of the, not the trunk, but the back of the truck?
Yeah, I think I get in the back of the truck and lay down as flat as I can as a gorilla and start morphing back. Less noticeable. Also, I don't want a gorilla connected to my car. In terms of.
All right. I will say that one more roll from Effie with advantage, because we'll say that you're getting help technically from Danielle as you're getting away buddy driving. It's always finesse for driving vehicles, so just to get away in this moment.
I need to interject because something had occurred to me.
Yeah?
About all this. I don't think Tony comes back. This is basically the exact same setup as when Tony almost died last time.
So he doesn't.
We have one of the people as a small animal. Everyone turned into things to fight.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm tweaked at this point.
We will address that in a minute, because you're not alone. Luckily,
yeah.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely get to that, but I'll get one more roll, a finesse roll from Arnica with driving, getting the fuck like a bat out of hell. You have advantage. That's an extra dice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah! I got a 2 or 5, and that extra dice was a 6.
Wonderful.
Sweet.
That is a full success. Between the truck and the Firebird, y'all are able to get there, going in the opposite directions as you see, fire trucks and police cars coming in the other direction on the other side of the highway. This was quick, easy, fast. Y'all didn't have to do any rolls for it. And 4 of you make it back to the hideout. Tony does not, as he said. And I think with this, we'll take another 5-minute break because I have to go to the bathroom again. And then we'll see what goes on. We still got like an hour and a half, guys. This is Blaze in the Dark. It's so fucking fast. All right, we will see you guys in about 5 minutes. we're back. Hello. Whew. That was exciting.
We're doing very normal things.
Yeah, very, very. Sorry. For the lot of you, this is actually just, this is probably some of the most excitement actually y'all have had in a while. Because, like I said, it's been a. The nuts got stuck in the back of my throat.
No.
It's been,
Same.
it's I was about to say they're also chocolate covered, but that's terrible. So let's the let's cut to the first scene is Tony flying away after he dropped this Molotov cocktail into the night.
Mhm.
And Dimitri is with you. And he's keeping up with you, but he's like, Tony, I think we're going the wrong way. This is not the way to your hideout, Tony.
No, we gotta keep looking. Tony's
What are we looking for, Tony?
head is literally on a swivel since he's an owl.
Yeah. Are y'all flying or did you stop somewhere?
I think we're still flying, so it wouldn't
Okay.
actually be.
Yeah.
It's a funny picture in my mind.
Um, looking. What are we looking for?
Tony's thought speech is completely chaotic. It's not even really forming full sentences. It's kind of just danger, warning. Only because I'm pretty sure every big event we had got ambushed by something bigger and badder than we expected. Except for the time I killed a guy. But you know.
That's fair. Hey, but we're just. And the way that y'all are flying, I'm just gonna look at a map of this town because that is how I figured this shit out. Where are you guys? Here's the town. Here's the highway. The direction y'all are flying is north, because of the way that this sort of works out. And north of this, eventually gets you to not the same forest that y'all hide out in. That one is actually south of where y'all are at, because that's your natural forest. But this one is towards the river. Of the large, huh?
Sorry. Would this be near where our first kind of hideout is, by the farm that? God damn it, my brain just
Oh,
dropped the
Heather's
name.
farm?
Heather's farm, yeah.
It is a little bit closer to Heather, yeah. To where Heather was, yeah. He's like, Tony, let's just land.
Yeah, Tony will go into land, sort of swoop down.
You land in a tree, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Alright,
I would assume.
and your bud, just two big old owls, sitting next to each other, and he's like, hey, what's going on with you?
God. Sounds like it's that felt really easy. I don't know. There's something bad happening.
What bad thing's happening right now?
I don't know. It's a feeling.
Okay. Do you want me to send out a thought speak to see if your friends are
It's
okay?
okay. God damn it. Yeah, check on them. I just need to clear my head, I think.
Cool. And your cohort's gonna have the same ability as you guys for right now. And he messages Riley because he knows for sure Riley was probably still morphed. He's like, Riley, this is Dimitri. Just we're okay. Is everybody else okay? And I'm gonna get you free of stress at this one because you're doing it with a cohort. So.
As far as I know, I can see the cars below me. Where are you two?
Just, and this is private to you, so that Tony can't hear it. Tony thinks that you guys are not safe. He's afraid something bad happened to y'all.
Riley, I think, is quiet for a few moments. We've seen a lot, but there's nothing chasing us now.
Tony,
I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, we'll open up. We'll thought speak to Tony. Tony, hey, we're okay. We're almost back to the base. You should join us.
Sure. Just yeah. I gotta take stress too.
We're safe. I was the only one in danger, and I'm out now.
Yeah. Okay. God, owls could take forever to fly back. Sorry, that was out of character.
Yeah.
Huh? No, I know. I just
okay.
not nearly as fast as the other birds.
You can make it in time. It says the crow fly, right? Or as owl flies in this case.
All right. Yeah, Tony will start going back. Yeah. Okay. We should go back. I don't know what I was thinking.
We can take a minute if you need. There's nobody here by the river if you need to demorph.
Sure. Yeah. Will you guys be all right? Let us know if something comes up. That's to Riley. Don't even take a stress
Will do.
thing to
Don't
do it.
stay out too long.
Dimitri flies down to like the bank of the river, like with the expectation of you to follow him, and he turns back into a dog. Again, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
And then he turns into a person.
Oh.
Into his human form.
Yeah, Tony will go down and start turning back into a human. Although I'd imagine it's probably taking a while because he's.
What's going on, man?
Just is. That. There's this. The last couple times something like this happened, it just didn't go well. When we rescued your sister, another person had got captured, and then the spaceship thing, then the oil rig. Just every time we do this, it seems like there's something else happens.
Dimitri takes a moment, and then he's sitting next to you, and he reaches over, and he doesn't put his hand like on your shoulder, like the closest shoulder. He kind of does it in like the opposite shoulder to kind of almost cradle you, in an embrace there for a second. He's like, "Hey."
Hi.
This is war. It really sucks. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can come back with us to California. We're just moving the morphing cube. It's a lot less exciting.
Maybe I'll think about it. That actually sounds nice. Tony's just gonna stay there like that for a little bit.
Yeah, he stays with you.
Yeah, let's go with that. And we can swap to everyone else for now.
Alright. We'll have a little switcheroo as everybody reconvenes at the base. Riley finishes her conversation with the boys. As y'all all land or pull up. Effie's having the time of her life in this driving this car. Power Ranger mask.
I am. Because you see, Bill Clinton attacked the reserve base, but the Pink Power Ranger did not.
You have a couple masks to change into.
I got a couple masks, and like 3 stoplights over, I whipped off the Bill Clinton and I put on the Pink Power Ranger because it is Effie's favorite, and she does not understand why Javier keeps trying to insist that no, she should wear the Red Ranger mask because obviously the Pink Ranger is superior. Her taste is exquisite. Have you not seen that White Ranger?
Her tastes are exquisite. Oh, he's the White Ranger right now, not the Green Ranger. Oh, no more redemption arc. He's had the redemption arc already, is what we're saying.
Oh, wow.
All right, everybody's back, safe. Well, Tony is safe, but the 3 of you guys are back at your base.
Riley, I think, comes out of Chromorph laughing and holding up the envelope.
What kind
Finally.
of laugh is it?
Like she's having fun.
Nice. Gotcha. Okay. The coming off of a roller coaster kind of laugh, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's been nothing for months.
Yeah.
And finally something. She finally got to make a move. Found something. I have no idea what this is. I only got like half of it, but it's something, finally. Welcome back. You're muted, Ollie.
Fuck me. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, he like hops out of the back of the truck and he's putting on, whatever spare clothes were back there. And he's just like, welcome back. Riley, what the hell were you doing in there? By yourself? Like, are you okay? What happened? Why?
Yeah,
and he's just
fine. I was surveying. I went to see what Effie saw, and there was an opportunity, one like we had never gotten before, so I took it.
We don't know anything about that place. And they said there was someone high profile that could have been a visitor. I mean, they always seem to go for and he's starting to stutter way more like he did at the very beginning of like our time doing this. It could have been anyone. He could have. We don't know why, and he's just nervous.
Riley puts her hands on Javier's shoulders. Babe, I'm fine. I waited till the fancy cars left, and then made my move. It's just like any other mission.
You should have called backup in first. You should have.
You don't think I can do it on my own?
That's not what I'm saying. I don't think I. And he like looks around and it's just like can we talk alone, please? I can't think through my words right now, please.
Danielle just looks at the Andalite and is like, we don't have to like each other But I'm hungry. Do you want to go get a corn dog at the gas station? My treat.
Mm.
You can drive.
Loves corn dogs. She loves driving and she loves corn dogs. And you know what she doesn't love? She doesn't love when Javier and Riley use the particular tone of voice. That means everything is going to be so awkward. No one is going to want to talk Pokemon, and everything is going to feel bad and uncomfortable. And she would rather fight Yerks. She would rather sit in the car with someone who is infested with a Yerk than stand there awkwardly pretending like she's not desperately interested in how. Normally, it's how Javier is going to get out of trouble, but today it's how Riley's going to get out of trouble, and that seems like such a terrible inversion of reality that she just gets in the car. She takes the keys. She gets back in the car, but she's sitting like all the way as far close to the driver's side door as she can.
There's
Because
like
you
this
make it in.
pause, and Danielle goes, "Wait, you think I have a writer right now?"
Do you?
No. She's human now. There's no writer. It's just me. Come on, Sha. Let's go get a corn dog.
She gets in, man. She gets behind. She lets Danielle in, and it's an awkward ride. She's not trying. Effie is not a great conversationalist on a good day.
Yeah.
On a good day, she's got a bunch of weird questions, some non sequiturs that only make sense if you've lived on a completely different planet. But she's just sitting awkwardly. The radio is on, but
And I
she's
don't
not
want the
great at
world
dialing
to
it.
see me. It's Iris, of course. Sorry. I can't help myself.
Look at that box.
Q93. Anyway. They get up and go. Danielle and Effie to the gas station. And it's the two of you. We'll go ahead and let y'all have your moment.
So, Effie's sitting there. She's got her still wearing Javier.
Oh, yeah.
She has her favorite Javier outfit, which is not anything Javier would actually wear, but also it's something that he finds non offensive enough that Effie's allowed to wear it wearing his face.
I
He's
think
come up with a lot of really great excuses for why I can't wear all sorts of stuff, but this one is fine, even though they're really bright, man. I got these. I have like some hammer pants that were rescued out of a Goodwill. And they are, if you ever had those really good hammer pants, the ones that the colors on them were so bright. Like
you just like
my
a
favorite
hot
pair
pink
were
Lyrica, like
my favorite pair were purple and green
purple and green.
simultaneously.
Gotcha.
So
We got
she's
some Joker
wearing
vibes going on right now.
she's wearing like these Joker
Yeah.
ass, yes. And that's
Yep.
how Javier has managed to be like, he's like, you know what? So she wears it with a Batman hoodie. So she's sitting there wearing a Batman hoodie and these Joker ass hammer pants.
Yeah.
Sitting on the trunk of don't stop. Sitting on the trunk of the car eating a corn dog. Just looking at Danielle. She goes, "Why? I don't." So it let you free.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like, no one is getting infested. I mean, I was for a little while because it kept the Visser 3 from putting his own inside of me. She intervened, but she's just she's a she was given the ability to morph, and it went human and is a human right now, an offlet. There's probably about East Coast, about 200 of them. Not all of them went human. Here on the West Coast, they went sort of leader of the resistance just went full humpback whale. And I mean that is a choice, I think. I wouldn't mind being a whale for the rest of my life if I had to choose, I guess.
And Effie's not entirely sure what a humpback whale is, but she's been a beluga, so she's gonna assume that it's just a different
she's had
beluga.
enough time to watch Nova on PBS, I think.
Yeah, but you know, she doesn't. Unlike me, who is obsessed with ocean documentaries, and they are my favorite ones, she does not tend to watch
To
ocean
be
documentaries.
fair, the ocean is terrifying. It's probably more terrifying than all of space.
She watched one. She watched one ocean documentary on Earth when they came back from that freaking oil rig, and said never again. Never. She can't believe
In fact,
y'all.
in the documentary, it said that we know more about outer space than we know about our own oceans. And that probably was like, what do you mean?
That greatly upset me. Do you know how little you people know about space?
Do you know how much less we know about the ocean?
You sit me in there.
And still to this day, we know more about space than we do about our oceans.
There could be like alien civilizations hiding down there, pal.
There probably is. Like, I'm pretty sure there might be an Atlantis book. I'm not sure. I have to like that's what I thought. There is. Yes, they turn into whales.
Yes.
To go down. They turn into sperm whales to go down that deep. Orcas, that's how they got the orcas. Yeah. So the other kids have actually already discovered the lost city of Atlantis.
I think I had enough of a fit about anglerfish that they decided maybe they should just, as long as they don't have to go down.
It's true.
There's a list of things people don't tell me. They're like, you know what? Let's just let her kind of absorb the thought of this before we explain it further. She's wigged out over fish. Maybe not explain shark yet. She doesn't like fish. They creep her out. They're so weird. Now, see, look, I forgot what I was saying. I got off on a tangent.
It's okay.
About how I don't like
we're
fish.
talking about the ocean. It's fine. She doesn't know what a humpback whale is.
Yeah, so she's imagining that it. So she's pretty much just imagining a beluga. But it's like, and yeah, long deep breath. She takes another bite of the corn dog, slurps down some slushy. Like they got one of the big. She's got one of the big gulps.
Yeah.
And big gulp is one of the, if nothing else, is worth saving Earth for, and it is. Earth is nice.
You ever had one of these and she like holds out this like piece of sausage to you that looks deceptively soft? It's called boudin. Here, put it on and she kind of like squeezes out like the contents of it, and it's almost like this pate type of texture because it's made of rice and pork. And she puts it on like this little white roll and she like hands it to you.
Now, one of the few good things about Effie is that it has literally never occurred to her. The thought of poisoning, the thought of someone deliberately giving you something to put in your mouth that would make you ill, literally doesn't occur to her. She doesn't have mouth. Doesn't think like that. So She will eat just about anything she's handed. She's not
Listen,
suspicious like
Andalites
that.
with food, and once I get a mouth, it's out
No,
of
she
character
just
it becomes a tourism point. Like in the books.
so even with her feelings of Danielle still being real iffy, that doesn't change anything. She was handed food. Oh, food. Well, that's different.
It's different.
As though she's eating it, just kind of staring at her, kicking her little feet on the thing, kicking Javier's big ass feet off the trunk. I just, do you, I won't say that it was a bad thing that this Yerk rescued you. Anyone who is saved from being infested is a good thing, but do you understand the concern? What if your Yerk was lying to you? What if your Yerk was not lying to you? What if your Yerk is being lied to by the others? The risk, the risk of this is so high. The price is so high if you are wrong.
You don't win wars by not taking big risks. Took a chance. And it's paying off so far. But I don't know. I guess we'll see when we get back to California. We made sure that every single slug that got the ability to morph became an offlet. Every single one. They could betray us and tell the Council of 13 or the Viscers or whatnot, but ultimately, all Yerk ever wants is just to see, taste, feel, fuck.
I I I honor that you can find such kindness in you after you have dealt with some of their horrors. But I don't, you have only seen the very beginning, the smallest ripples of what the yurt can do. You've never seen what's left of a planet when they are done. And I I will trust my friends. They have they have taught me so much of Earth and the strange ways that you all seem to do things that no one else, races and people with so much more experience and power and knowledge than you, have crumbled where you're still fighting. Maybe you're right. Maybe maybe your kindness will not ruin you the way that our kindness ruins everyone else. But know that if you're wrong, your people will sit with the guilt and the shame that my people have. You will know that what comes next on every planet after this was done as much by your hand as theirs. And Effie stands up. Good talk. And kind of pats her on the knee. And she had and drains the like this freaking much of a big gulp in one chug. just cartoonishly zoom, it goes down.
Mm-hmm. It's a big, like, you don't even, it's just red colored. As far as it's probably big red now that I think about it. It's a big red gulp. And with that, I think we'll go ahead and cut back to Javier and Riley now that they are alone to have their conversation.
Uh, now that there are less people here, you see that he's like breathing a little better. I don't. I'm not saying that you aren't capable. I'm just saying that was dangerous and reckless, and I I I don't really know how to say this in a way that doesn't sound bad, but you are too important to the cause to do something that reckless.
Everything we do is dangerous. It was low stakes. I had an opening. I got these documents. Some plan that they're planning. I think it had to do with Dick Cheney, who is here. Why would he even be here?
Look, I don't know, and if you had called us, maybe some of us could have followed him, and the rest of us could have infiltrated like you did. You did really good, but that was dangerous. You're not usually. I'm the reckless one, and I know it's bad, and I've been trying to fix it. You 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 don't act that. Why are you acting like this? Putting yourself in danger.
I had to take the chance. I had to do something. We've been sitting on our hands for months. I had to do something.
It, I'm sorry. And he goes to the car a moment and pulls out a little bundle. And I have a quick question. What college is like the one that Riley has been like looking forward to before all this? They're like, I want to go here.
He goes Wisconsin. She's from Racine.
Wisconsin.
She was looking at heading back home.
Uh, I think he pulled out a like sweater from there and an application for them, and it's just like, I you haven't you haven't been thinking about your future or the future if things go well. I know you haven't. You haven't applied to anywhere. I I was just scared because
Riley,
if you're not if you're not thinking about what you're going to do after this, you're not thinking that you're going to be here after this. And he tries to, hand or at least extend these out to you.
Riley almost withdraws into herself, pulling her arms, tightly across her chest, and just stares at them for a moment. I have been applying, and I've gotten letters back, been shredding them so that my mother doesn't see. 'Cause I can't go. I can't leave you all here. I had to do something today. I had to stop sitting because when I'm not doing something, when I'm not trying to fight in this fucking war, I keep seeing them. I keep seeing each person that I've murdered so far. I went into the base because Mr. Kadir's wife is apparently a doctor there. And she was there. She has a kid. Mr. Kadir had a kid who doesn't have a father now because of me. We both know what that's like growing up. We both know what it's like to have that loss. And I am the one who caused that for this child. I can't just sit on my hands while the war rages around us. I have to do something. I have to make all of this worth something. I have to make it mean something. No, college isn't on my mind because do you really think any of us survive this? This is a war that has raged from planet to planet. We've seen the aliens that they've fought elsewhere. How are we going to stand up to this? How are we going to survive this?
I don't know if we're all going to survive this, but I know that we need to believe that we will. If we don't, Riley, we'll start making bad choices because we're not afraid to lose anything. That's every choice I made until the last few months. Now I'm afraid. I am thinking of the future. And I want you there.
I'm more afraid of surviving this than anything. How do I go back to who I was? How do I get past the things that we've done so far, the things that we're going to do?
We have to. The only way that we can is to continue. We can't make up for what we've done or what we're going to do now. But with enough time, we can help more people. We can try to make amends. We can try anything as long as we're still here. As long as we're willing to keep going.
I don't know if I'm strong enough.
I think Javier gets a little bit closer, and I don't think that any of us are strong enough by ourselves. That's why we're together. I'm sorry. I know that the people that you've killed have been on your mind a lot. I know that I'm not good with people or feelings or really any of that stuff. And I don't really talk about it very much. But when we were in space, I killed someone. I killed her with my bare hand. Well, and even I can't forget her face. I still see it whenever I go to sleep. And I'm awful. So I can only imagine that someone like you, someone so nice, someone so kind, it has to feel like a crushing weight. So please don't be like me. Don't keep it to yourself.
Riley steps forward and pulls Javier into a hug very tightly. It's unfair that we have to do any of this. We're supposed to graduate this year. That's supposed to be our concern. That prom, where we're going to college, this sucks.
Yeah. There's still a chance. I have hope. No matter how naive it might be. We're not alone, Riley. We have allies. We have friends.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
I mean, I would have.
Please don't. Let's take this as a learning experience. Please.
You're right. So, what'd you loot?
Some papers. I can only grab half of it. Crows aren't very strong. Let's go inside, see what this looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. You just hold your hand and heads on inside.
All right. I think this is a good place simultaneously for the entirety of the gang to make it back from their separate adventures. You got the two owls landing back. The car, the Firebird, pulls up. Danielle was sure to get food for everybody, not just her and the Andalite. Like, kind of thing. But she also comes back with lots of cans of Spam because it's very obvious that her and the dog have been camping in the back of this truck. Like, kind of thing for the most part. Avoiding hotels and the like, taking showers at YMCA's kind of thing. They're not going to stop at the Y here for obvious reasons. That they are both far too noticeable as people since they're both considered dead. Legally, they're dead and legally wanted by the Yerks. Unofficially. But yeah, let's look at your loot. It is a stack of papers. And at first glance, it's hard to. It's all written in English. But almost immediately you could tell that this is. It's not Pig Latin, but it's clearly like written in some sort of code. So that someone is just reading it, they can't decipher what it is. Sort of thing. Well, immediately they can't decipher it. So. The four of y'all are, 6 of y'all are together. What are y'all doing?
Great. It's in code. Anybody a junior code breaker?
Not a good one. Jeez.
Maybe it's not a good code.
Everybody take a couple pages. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
I will pass out the sheets of paper, and
I think there's a mechanic.
that's what we'll all attempt.
Yeah. I think there's a mechanic for this, like group roles, actually. Let's see real quick. If I remember correctly, it's been a while. Despite loving the system, I haven't played it since we last and then again, we are always rules light on here. But I think there is like a group role situation.
Yeah, it's teamwork.
Yeah, the teamwork role. Teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody will lead
Mm-hmm.
and everyone makes the action roll. We use the best result, but then the person who's leading takes the stress.
That is how it works. Thank you. I was looking it up. So y'all have to pick what role this is for the 4 of you guys, and everybody. Well, 2 of you can have advantage. Whoever probably has like the least of that thing, because there are 2 people to assist you. So 2 of you can have the extra dice. Lead a group. Each team member takes the action roll, counting the best result. Leader takes 1 stress for each 1 to 3 results. Okay. So, who would like... First of all, y'all need to decide what are y'all rolling for this and who's leading it.
Gotta be a study, right?
Yeah.
I got
that's
a
what I was
2
thinking,
in study.
You have a 2 in study?
Same.
Yeah. I am awful at it, but I will
Mhm.
take one of the things and hopefully not do terrible.
Who
Okay.
wants to
I
lead?
got a 1.
You got a 1.
All right. And I think if you've got a 2 in study as well, I think that you should lead and uh or hilariously enough, I could lead and that would make sense for me to take the stress on the 1 through 3 because I'm trying to code break in a language that I barely understand. And one thing that codes really require is that you not just understand the language, but all the offshoots
The
of the language. You've got
nuances.
to the nuance.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
is true.
Nuance.
There's...
How
Go ahead.
sorry, how confident does Effie lead this group action?
Well, you see, Effie has spent all day making an ass of herself. And she's still kind of uncomfortable, and also now she's overly full of corn dogs.
And
Um,
Buddha.
and boudin. So you're passing them around, and normally you would have passed them to everyone, but if it was just us, you would have passed them to you and to Javier and to Tony, and I would walk around behind y'all and I'd look over your shoulders and and we'd work it out together that way. But when I see that you're not about to hand me the papers in front of everyone else, it's reach over and I take Javier's and I'm like, all right, let's oh, she's on it. She doesn't know what she's doing, but she's
Sounds like
acting
Effie
like
is
we do this
leading.
all the
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Like I said, there are 2 extra dice. Who would like to take them?
I'll take
Uh,
1 so that I'm not rolling at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Uh, if you could only take 1, I'll take the other because I only have a 1.
And
So
you have
then
1, so
I'm
you'll
at
have
2 with
2.
everybody else.
All right.
Uh,
We will take the highest.
Also, do we get any bonuses if we actually know any skills in code breaking?
Well, first of all, you'll have
In
to
real life?
figure out what your... No, you have to figure out what action y'all are using to do this study, right? That's right,
Yeah.
study.
Study.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, you don't get any advantages to this. Sorry. I'm
Yeah, that's
giving you
fair.
an advantage already.
Yeah. I know.
Should have taken more in study.
You get a 6.
Uh,
You got the 6. Let's see if there's a double 6.
I got a 4,
4. Okay.
which doesn't matter, but it wasn't a 1 to 3.
Yep. What did
Got
you
it. I got a 2 and a
got
4.
one.
get? A 2 and a 1.
A 2 and a 4.
Okay.
I got 1 6 as well.
Okay, so there are no 1, 2, 3s, so that is good. So no stress for Effie. And we do have a full success, not a critical success, but there's a full success. So Effie, as you are combing over... Sorry, there was a dog barking. As you are combing over these papers, you're even like kind of... Everyone is pointing out things that they recognize here and back and forth. And what you get out of this is that for... remember, this is only half of the document. Is that the Yerks are getting voluntary host by posing as medical treatments for mental illnesses, such as post-traumatic stress disorder, dissociative identity disorder, depression, schizophrenia, like bipolar disorder, borderline disorder. and that they're heading it at the Crossroads facility in Alexandria, in the town that y'all are here. How that it's connected to Mr. Cheney, you don't know. Or how it's
Okay.
even bigger, because that's just not in the half, right? But the goal is left out, but you know what they're doing. You don't know why they're doing it, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense because I literally
Yeah.
I see the words, but I come from my people are quite frankly eugenicists. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand what schizophrenia is or depression. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no cultural understanding for these issues at all.
And which the other thing you do is that the head of this research is by Dr. Cersei Kadir.
Oh.
That's what you do.
So does that mean she knows exactly what she's doing? Is she?
When I was in her office for a little while, I think she might have. She was talking to herself, maybe talking to the Yerk. I'm not sure. She mentioned a Cersei.
She mentioned to Cersei, yes.
Isn't she Cersei? So maybe she was talking to, or the Yerk was talking to
If
her.
you remember correctly, Cersei was mentioned, but someone's called the voice inflections. One voice inflection called the other Amelia.
Was an Amelia as well. It doesn't sound like a Yerk name though.
Maybe we can look into her contacts, see who this Amelia might be.
Yeah.
Do we have any way to get in contact with Cersei? I think I can. I'm really good at pretending to have emotions and things sometimes. I think I can spot it when someone else is also pretending. I think I can find the Yerk if she's infected.
She was at the base. She has to be infected. We have to assume she's infected, and
Her
I don't
husband
know
was
that you should.
infected, yeah.
Yeah, her husband was a subvisor.
Right. If I think we should make her the target of our next operation for now. If she's leading these operations, she'll probably have the most information.
Yeah, I know how our targets end up. There's the kid still.
There's the mental hospital. We could, if they're doing that stuff, they theoretically have to work out of there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that would be a lot easier to infiltrate than a military base or whatever else they're in charge of right now. Uh, I know that they don't usually end up great, our targets. But I think we can save her. We weren't able to save her husband, and he's like looking straight at Riley. But we can save her.
It's voluntary. This document talks about voluntary subjects. That's what she's part of. The voices were talking to each other like they were working together. Yerks don't usually do that. It's not from what we've seen.
True. Then, I guess I put up to the group. What does everyone think? I think we should try to capture her. Maybe get rid of the Yerk and see what information we can get out of her. If she is voluntary, we'll figure it out from there.
Effie has to do the questioning. If so, can't let her know that we're not Andalites.
Unless,
Jeez.
Effie, you're willing to lend someone any smile your DNA.
Kind of stops and she. Now she's been listening, but she keeps paging through these. Everyone's kind of went, oh yeah, I know what's going on. They put down their papers, so she's gathering up and she's kind of rereading them over and over because she knows that obviously everyone has made some kind of connection that she is not understanding. Because everyone's like, yeah, she's like, yeah. So she's barely listening, and Javier is like, unless Effie you want it, she's like, yeah.
Oh no.
So she agrees, but know that she's not paying attention when she dies.
Even better. Javier goes, awesome, and just puts his hand out for you.
Yes, like she's reading. You are like, you get a solid 2 seconds into it before she realizes that she's being absorbed because she finds herself. She's read the same sentence like 4 times. You can see her eyes tracking the same sentence. There's like looping a little bit before she goes, wait! Looks over and there you are. You're me. Wait. Wait.
She's saying
This
wait,
is-
so
Yeah.
don't do it.
This is not
I
as
was
funny
already-
as when I am you.
Just kind of trots around. Huh. Weird.
Oh, so wait a second. Time out. Did the absorption and the morphing happened?
Yeah.
Uh,
Because I thought,
Javier absorbed me.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so turning into an
Oh,
Andalite.
God.
Oh my God.
Val looks so
Listen,
disappointed in us
I'm
again.
not disappointed in you whatsoever.
"Oh,
I'm
y'all
not
make
He's
my life
disappointed in
so
me.
I'm not disappointed. My disappointment is that you're not describing what your body is happens to your body. I need body horror in my Animorphs game, okay?
Fair. Let me try again.
Uh-huh.
So as he's holding on to Effie's arm, there's that moment of like pause where everything just stops while she's in the middle of saying, "Wait, no," and he's like, "What?" And it just kind of completes. And as it completes, he's already trying to jump into it just to get a feel for the body right away. And you see like his legs kind of break backwards while bones rip out, creating new ones as they form muscle around them to create the forelegs. You see
Javier's becoming a bug.
his spines. Yeah, you see his spine just start to get longer and longer as more bumps appear along the way, as it creates the body of the equine form. And yeah, he's
You get
there.
the anklo tail growing out. You like there's like that thing of like there's an extra eyesight. And I will say for the sake of like ease, your thought speak is your thought speak. It's not Effie's essence speaking when you thought speak. It is your thought speak. So it's your voice coming through everyone's brain, and there are 2 Andalites present in the. But the thing is that you have more than anything, Javier, that you feel in this attunement. And I will have you roll an attune roll to see how you succumb to it or not,
All right.
is this sense of superiority. You
Oh,
are.
I already have that. I should take a disadvantage.
You should take disadvantage if you want. You are better than everyone here that is not an Andalite. You are the bravest, the smartest. You are correct. You're also a prey animal, but you're correct. Go ahead and roll a 2 for me to see.
I have 2 and a 2, but I'm gonna roll 1 because, like I said,
Okay,
I kind of already have
you'll
that.
take the disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah. That is a 5. Unfortunately, I was actually kind of hoping to fail.
But so as this kind of comes into your brain, though, there is like this, and what kind of brings you back into realizing that you're human is that on top of all of this feeling of superiority, it is rooted in this deep sense of fear for Andalites. Because if they aren't the best, then they're nothing. If they aren't the best, then the universe gets taken over. If they aren't, so they're the best. And it's that weird, uncanny xenophobia that you, as a Hispanic young brown man, is what goes, I don't like this. And you were able to come out of that. Because you understand that train of thought. It's not a train of thought that you have. It's a train of thought that you understand. Because the oppressed always understands the oppressor more than the oppressor understands themselves.
Yeah, of course, I've seen this. I've seen it when I get better test scores than people who then go, how the hell do you how did you beat me? Isn't even your first fucking language. You shouldn't know what the hell you're doing. Like I deserve to be better than you, and I'm not. And I can see that when they get angry and hateful, and I can sort of feel that that urge or intrinsic mindset in myself for a moment.
You understand Effie a little bit better now.
I'm gonna lock this down for later. We'll have a chat.
Pencil this in.
Content warning.
Friendly
isms.
there.
Isms.
Yep. All right. Well, with this, and as he's talking, like the tail almost hits him in the head, as he's not 100% sure how to control this thing. And he just like hold on to it. All right, with this, at least 2 of us can interrogate her if we need to. So yeah, I think we at the very least have a target, a goal, and we don't know their goal. But if I had to throw a wild guess, I would say it's easier to invade if they let you. So let's not let them proceed any further than they already have.
And with that, it is a school night. So 2 of you still have homes to go to. So that y'all don't get in trouble. And Javier, you've been doing so good, so you better make sure you're home on time in your car. There's no excuse to be late anymore. You drive now.
That's true. Before I leave, can I give Tony his present?
Yes.
As I'm leaving, I go back to the car and like try to fit my upper torso in through the window to grab the the present and bang my head on the way up. Oh, it's my eye. Fuck.
Ow, my
Uh,
eye!
Eyes.
uh, Tony, I got you something. Um, well, I was slipping through Texas for a moment. I saw my dad or whatever, and after a bit of, uh, you know, teen angst as I was liberated to do, uh, we he started telling me a little bit more about my culture, I guess, and well, that he showed me. He shows you a knife. It's a nice little knife. It's something helpful that for while you're out here in the woods doing whatever you're doing. It's just generally a nice tactical little knife, but it has a uh like fake ivory hilt with a little symbol on it. It looks like I think you recognize that like a cockatrice, but the tail is more like flaming. And in Taino culture, from like the Caribbean, it is something known as and I don't know how to pronounce this, I Aitvara, and it is essentially uh, a creature that brings good luck. And
Ooh.
I want you to have this. You're in about as much danger as any of us, and I think you could use a little luck. And
Okay.
he just pretends to stab. It'll help with other things.
Thanks, man. I'll
Yeah,
take it. Be safe out there, okay?
always. And he tries to wink, but he does it with like two opposite eyelids.
Like one of the stock eyes just kind of bobbles weirdly.
He'll figure it out.
He's like, do not do that with my eye.
Don't
Well,
practice that at home.
Or not, because it'd be really weird if your mom's walked in and...
Well, that's why I said don't.
Yeah. Danielle looks over at the people who are there. It's like, mind if we camp here tonight?
I don't.
Yeah, says the dog. Just pulls the camper over the bed of the truck. Like, with some sleeping bags, like, listen.
that's the way to camp.
Yeah, that's... Yep.
How you do it?
And with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up for the night. We, as always, have some leveling up to look at. Okay. Let's do the team first. Were you successful in eliminating members of Yurk forces doing harm to a Visser, or eliminate the usefulness of a specific controller to the Yurk invasion? Not quite. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? No. This was pretty much on par for you guys, if not completely easy. This was actually quite easy for all of you.
That's a grab,
Yep. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Nope, y'all are pretty much the same. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew? Absolutely. When you're all like, oh no, we're just gonna go get Dr. Kadir here and capture her. That is pretty much...
We're just gonna go do a kidnap.
We're gonna do a kidnap. Yeah. That is pretty much on point for headhunters, I believe. So go ahead and get an experience for that, please. Whoever is controlling your headhunters, just go ahead and put a darker shade of green, I suppose, or a different color to differentiate the next level. Javi, let's do you.
All right.
We didn't roll any desperate actions because we weren't technically in a mission of any type. Did you tackle a challenge that keeps the group united and active against your foes?
With Riley, our conversation trying to keep her actually less on mission and more on self-preservation, but that's as important.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, it's United. It's not on the mission. It's just United and still doing shit.
That's true.
I would also even argue for a second one when you were talking to Effie. It's like, this is useful to us.
Mm-hmm.
I would even say that 100% counts as keeping the group united against your foes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you express your beliefs, Drives? How about your background? Well, the knife. That's one.
Yeah. I think just in general the gifts, but again, just I mentioned it once with Riley. Just I'm trying to think of the future now and not think so much about just success. Trying to think of success and survival, and with Effie, the trying to talk with them is nice because I get to be like, hey, things are numbers. They are useful. And that's getting into his.
We are counting that one specifically to keep in the group together, but you still get 2 between the gifts and your conversation with Riley about the future, I think.
Perfect.
Did you struggle with issues from your virtues or your traumas during this session?
Yes. The reason I went through the highway the way I did is because I have a reckless trauma, and it just when I don't have time to think, all I do is do.
All you do is do without thinking. That's a total of 5 for you. Welcome back.
Oh shit!
Welcome back. Yep. Riley, nice. Let's go. All right. No desperate rolls. Did you tackle a challenge with clever morphing or empathy today?
Yes. I used the crowbeak to open the shiny clasp on the envelope.
You did. Yes. That's very clever.
And then talking Tony down. Trying to relate to him and the PTSD that he is suffering, because it feels very similar to what Riley is suffering.
Absolutely.
From as well.
Beliefs, drives, heritages, and background. How did that go?
The conversation one-on-one with Javier, just kind of overall beliefs about how she's carrying the guilt of murder and stuff like that. She's struggling to see how she could move on and live a normal life again when she's gone so much against her beliefs so far.
And also talking about being fatherless.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you, I think, 2 for that, because that was
awesome. I had a second one, also opposing the plan to kidnap Dr. Kadir.
I think regardless, I think that one does give you 2.
That's
you don't have virtues or traumas.
I do not mechanically have trauma. No, I have made it to season 3 without any mechanical trauma.
Well, that gives you.
I think you're the only one of the 4, actually.
Yeah, that gives you 3 total, Riley.
Awesome. That will finally give me something in rec. So I now have 4 resolve, 4 body resistance.
Ooh.
Tony.
Wow.
Did you challenge head on with righteous violence or fury? You dropped a Molotov cocktail.
Yes, we exploded bombs.
You did some bombs. You take 1 for that one for sure. I don't think there was any other instance where you did violence or righteous violence or fury. Your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Did you play in any to that this time around?
Not this time that I can think of.
No, but you did definitely struggle with your fucking trauma. So that would give you 2 for sure.
2, yeah. That's.
Yep. All right, our Andalite friend.
That means.
All right. Did you follow the mandates of the Andalite people or your personal oaths?
No, I did the exact freaking opposite. Are you kidding? I said, I guess if y'all just want to go ahead and let fucking Yerks run around and be Nothlets, but just know I told you so.
Just know I told you.
I feel like
you voiced your concerns, though.
You did voice.
I voiced my concerns. If I was doing the right thing, the Andalite thing, I would have struck her down where she stood and apologized to y'all later and not meant it because you're human. See, I'm not doing a very Andalite thing at all.
You're not doing a very Andalite thing at all. Beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, friend.
Now, I definitely did deal a lot with my heritage and my beliefs. I did not follow my mandates, but I spent a lot of time thinking heavily about them and deciding whether or not they were worth the cost. So I will say yes.
Yeah, for sure. You like with Daniela, with hanging out in the car, and both with Javier. There were times that I would give you two for that one. I think because there were two conversations. You had to, I think, after talking, especially your concerns to Javier, and then kind of coming to, like, I find this honorable, but I told you so kind of thing. I give you two for that one. Do you struggle with issues with your virtues or traumas? You are paranoid. Did you struggle with being paranoid this time around? Yeah, you did. A little bit.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Is it really paranoia if they're coming for you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my
Also,
paranoia.
fuck the ocean because you're scared of water.
You don't understand.
Yo.
There
Yeah.
are so many things in there you cannot see to the bottom.
Yeah,
They're bigger than they look on the
Which you
TV.
also
It
almost
looks this
drowned.
big on the
Like
TV.
you almost drowned.
Yeah.
It
That's
almost
why you're
drowned.
afraid of water.
And it wasn't even in the ocean.
No, it was in a river. You get 3. All right. So with that concludes episode 2, guys. Oh no, just 8 more to go. But thank you everyone for joining us. We had a couple people. Thank you for the raid earlier today as well. As far as the channel goes, this is the only thing happening on the channel until July when we come back with Dragon Age on Saturdays. But again, that's not till July. We are doing our session 0 tomorrow, in a couple weeks. However, I do have a session 0 tomorrow over at Sword and Key, and there will be some Pride. I am signing up for Pride events. I just haven't been officially said yes or no to any of these things. But keep an eye on my Twitter and my Discord for any sort of like announcements. There is Discord coming up there. The rest of you going in our opposite direction, where can we find you in the next week, or just anything you need to throw out there, starting with Arnica? You are first.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I've been Effie, Arnica, your Andalite, your girl who has some questions, some concerns. We took the girl out of the clan, and maybe, just maybe, we've started to take a little bit of the clan out the girl today. Good for you, Effie. You can find me Sunday on Batty Bards as we are wrapping up Warm Stands. We're going into episode 3 out of our 4-part mini series. Things are dark. We are in Effie's least favorite place. We are way down at the bottom of the ocean, and shit's about to get even weirder. And then join me on Juneteenth, where I will be running a Juneteenth game over on Girls Run These Worlds, a Booker Way weekend. It uses my same original content system at setting. I'm tired. My blood sugar is low. My original setting as last Juneteenth game with a whole new cast, whole new adventure, whole new story. It's going to be a great time.
Awesome. I was Nils, playing Tony. I am not anywhere this week. Next week, though, I'll have a URL for a website I've been designing for a show my class has been doing. Art exhibition. It'll be cool.
Heck yeah.
I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG performer, producer, and podcaster. You can find me on Twitter at Archival Dust Bunny and everywhere else, including Blue Sky and Instagram at Archival Dust Bunny. I am in a lot of stuff all the time, projects starting and ending. The best place to keep up where and when I'm streaming is on social media, so give me a follow there. But of course, if you like magical girls, queer narratives, stories about finding hope again after devastating loss, check out Blue and Blight, our Girl by Moonlight actual play podcast. We are in our finale push for season 1. We have a handful of episodes left in season 1, but it's a great time to catch up. Our episodes are only 30 to maybe 50 minutes long. A few are over an hour, but they're very short episodes, very easy to catch up. And May has been our best month ever for downloads. So come and see what all of the talk is about. For all updates and some fun stuff we have coming out soon, follow us on all social media at Lumenblight. And for character and cast descriptions, transcripts, a link to our amazing community Discord, and very soon our new download section for some downloadable content, check out lumenblight.com.
All right, I guess I'm next. So, yep, you can find me online on Twitter at Cryptid Delta, and anywhere else as I've also on Blue Sky, I guess, as Lycus Stratus, and I think the other ones too that are not Twitter but are similar. Uh, I will post sometimes about things that I do the day of, most likely. Uh, but that's the best place to see what I'm up to. Other than that, my friends and I, we started a new channel where I don't have to run things because life is difficult and things are going on, called Stealthy Elf Productions. And I'm there playing a just true essence of uh, by chaos named Lycus Stratus. It's my namesake actually, and he's a pirate captain just ready to wreak havoc, and he's slowly building a pirate nation. Come watch as he's ready to tear the world apart.
Nice.
I also run some games on there using the Terramaya game system, which is one that I've developed myself over the last few years, and it's pretty much ready for play. We're putting some finishing touches on it. I'm reaching out to some artists to finish that up. So that should be on the lookout for y'all. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, everyone, with that, we are going to read my very, very good friend, family Dr. Ben. Ben is celebrating his 1-year doctorversary. He is a trans man who became a doctor, is going into family medicine, and is a huge atheist advocate, and they are celebrating over on his channel. So please give him a follow and some love and all of that kind of stuff. He's been my dungeon master before. Wonderful human being. And we will see you next week. Bye! Everybody wave.